Hi everyone, welcome to another video on Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Thread. Now today's video will be about the new event, which is this Megumi event, which is Where Shadows Fall. Now the format of this event is exactly the same as Homesick Horizon, so I'm not going to explain it in too much detail. Basically what you want to do is you want to farm this event quest so you get those kind of residual energy. With those residual energy, you can then enter formidable boss battle. Every single time when you clear it, it will cost 20 residual energy. You will get some tokens out of that, and with those tokens you can then obviously exchange for the different prize pools. Now the prize pool, the items in the prize pool are exactly the same as last time. Obviously the recollection have changed, but apart from that, all of the other items are identical. And what you can also find out is that whenever you hit the jackpot, you have the option of resetting it, so you go then jump on to the next prize pool, for example. Now, in terms of whether you actually want to reset the prize pool, the strategy is going to be the same as what I mentioned for the last event. And it's even easier this time because basically you can practice even though you may not have unlocked, let's say, the highest level. And basically what you can do is that you can see whether you are able to clear the very hard mode in one try. Well, how many tries basically you need in order to clear it. I would recommend if you're able to clear the very hard mode in 1 or 2 tries, then you don't actually skip anything here because you wouldn't need to. There is sufficient you basically have a sufficient stamina in order to farm everything before this event expires. So if you can actually finish one single try of the battle of very hard in 1 or 2 attempts, then you can might as well just exchange everything. If it takes you longer than that because you just started on the game, etc., what I would recommend is basically you can reset the jackpot as soon as you hit the SSR for the first uh well, basically, you always want to get the cube and the phantom gacha ticket, alright? So that's a given. Apart from the jackpot, you also want to clean out the cubes and also the gacha ticket. But on top of that, what I can say is that for prize pool number 1, 2, and 3, you can pretty much just reset it onto the next one if you think you are not able to clear out basically all of the prize pool. However, for number 4 onwards, I would strongly recommend you basically clean up everything as much as possible, because basically what happens is that if you get all the way up to prize pool 8 and you finish it, what's going to happen is it's going to reset itself and you basically have the prize pool number 8 again. And if you take a look at the items you can get from prize pool number 8 and compare it to prize pool number 4, what you realize is the amount you get from prize pool number 4 is always going to be higher than number 8. In fact, like even for some of the items, especially the training orbs and the recollection bits, like even for stage 1, you're gonna get more of them. So basically, the training and recollection bits, even from prize pool number 1, you're gonna get even more than what you're gonna get from number 8. However, the JP is slightly lower than the amount you can get from number 8, so you could make that judgment call saying that prize pool number 1 is kind of on par with number 8, so it's still okay to reset it. But from prize pool number 4 onwards, basically every single item here is like at least as good, if not much better the number 8. So that's kind of why I highly recommend from prize pool number 4 onwards, you just basically collect everything and never really reset the reward and go to the next pool. So that's basically going to be my advice in terms of what you want to do with the prize pool. Now, I will show you at the end of the video on how to clear formidable battle for this one. I will show you a gameplay I have for the special version. Now, once again, for special, you can only clear once every day, so don't worry too much about whether you have to do this like in one attempt or it takes longer. I will show you it's actually much easier than the other one I found, mainly because the enemy, rather than do like a massive attack, it just kind of does AoE damage over time, and I just find that slightly easier to deal with. I will show you in the gameplay, and it's so easy. I'm not even going to add any commentary. Hopefully, you will understand everything I do. It's just kind of the same strategy I use in every single battle, and obviously, the same strategy would also apply for the very hard mode if you need some help with that. I will briefly show you the skill level because I know sometimes you guys want to use that as reference. So basically, this is the team I'll be using, and the skill level of all of this are as below. My Gojo is obviously highly leveled up, so you may not be able to do the same amount of damage as what I am doing. However, remember, you don't have to clear this in one attempt. Like if it takes 2 tries, that's still very much worth clearing that difficulty, even if it takes you 2 tries before you can, delete the boss. So that's still worth trying, even if you are not able to one-shot it. Then the other thing I also want to briefly talk about is the fact, once again, there are bonus if you have certain character or reflection. And basically the bonus time is actually quite nice. Obviously you get bonus for the ones which are actually in the gacha right now. So you have like Megumi and also the reflection bit, both the one that you can get from gacha and also the free one that you can get from here. The free one actually, by the way, is not bad, but the skill 1 effect is not amazing. It's basically just when you use ultimate attack as a buff, but you also take HP damage as a result. If you put down someone like Gojo who doesn't actually take any damage from like enemies, then this doesn't really matter. But then there are a lot better reflection that can put on Gojo instead. So normally you wouldn't actually do this. What makes this really special is I guess it's more kind of this auto effect, which basically gives like 15% ultimate gauge for yourself for 2 turns. And that's actually pretty decent, to be honest. You can almost think of this as like free-to-play version of non-standard, because non-standard also can only be activated on ultimate attack, so that's kind of what this does. Obviously this one does have a drawback of like HP sacrifice, and also non-standard gives you I think like 200 ultimate skill energy at the start of every wave. This one is at the start of battle, so it's not quite good as non-standard, but you are able to do like an extra 15% for 2 turns. So if there's only one wave, this is pretty much just like another version of non-standard, but for multiple waves, obviously non-standard is still going to be much better. And obviously the base effect of non-standard is going to be better as well, but this is still like, I would think it's like an average SSR regression, which can still be used every now and then. All right. Then the next thing I also want to talk about is that it's not just actually whatever is mentioned here that's going to give you the bonus. What you also realize when you actually go into the battle is that any character which are yellow is also going to give you bonus. And basically what that means is that when you're actually farming for those tokens, you should always have a yellow character in your backup, assuming that you can beat it with your main team, by the way. You can always put like a backup, which is a yellow unit, and also obviously equip the reflection that's going to give a bonus, etc. So this way it doesn't kind of interfere with your main team strategy, and you are still able to get like a bit of extra bonus as a result. I also obviously strongly recommend playing Kaito because he's very good and he's a yellow character. And obviously if you actually have like Nobara or Megumi, like any kind of other good yellow character you have leveled up, put them in the main slot. You can even potentially put Nobara instead of Gojo. I just don't play Gojo at all, just so that you are able to give it an extra bonus on top of this. And assuming Nobara is highly leveled up, Nobara does have the color advantage here, so you should be able to repeat the same strategy I'm going to show you with Nobara, and you'll just be able to get a bit more token every single time you're able to beat it.
よーし、やるか。
強敵ですが、冷静に立ち回れば
片付けます。
集中する。
手加減はしてあげるよ。
では、教育の時間だ。
ここが踏ん張りどころです。
後ろは任せてください。
さて、楽しくなってきた。これはやっちゃっていいの？
では、教育の時間だ。
決まっていきましょう。
よーい、すっと。
これは
体が重い。
手加減はしてあげるよ。
授業を始めよう。
決まっていきましょう。
後ろは任せてください。
よーい、すっと。
相手の動き
手早く。手加減はしてあげるよ。
授業を始めよう。
決まっていきましょう。
さて、楽しくなってきた。
これは手加減はしてあげるよ。
では、教育の時
決ま
間だ。
っていきましょう。
さて、楽しくなってきた。
さて、行きますよ。
今なら俺でも。
それじゃおしまいにしようか。
授業を始めよう。
気張っていきましょう。
呪連素術。
術式判定赤。
あなたなら当然でしょう。
イエーイ。
まあ最強だからね。